Alright, so, if you can't imagine, this is gonna be kind of hard for me to talk about. Yeah. If I'm being completely honest, I don't think that I was really willing to accept the fact that she died right away. Just because she's been a part of my life for so long. I've always considered my grandma to be one of my biggest role models. She has gone through a lot in her life, and so I feel that it is so important to remember her, and I feel like doing this video is important just because of that.
Speaking of Dolores, anybody remember Frank Sinatra's Dolores? How I Love the Kisses of Dolores?
Sing along. Sing along.
How I love the kisses of Dolores. Ay, Dolores. Not Marie or Emily or Doris. Only my Dolores.
Dolores Brown, also known as Loris, Ma, or just Grandma Brown to me. She possessed a ton of nicknames, but no matter what we called her, everyone could agree that my grandma was someone special. Unfortunately, you'd really have to get to know her in order to truly understand her personality. But I guess home videos have got to be good for something, right?
I love the kisses of Dolores. Dolores. Not Marie or Emily or Doris. None of them but only my Dolores. Just Dolores.
So another reason I wanted to make this video was because I really wanted to amplify the impact that my grandma has made on everybody around her. She was always smiling, she was always laughing, she was never afraid to crack a joke. Everywhere I went, even if it was to like the post office or something, I always felt like we had to stop and talk to somebody because that's just who my grandma was. She was nice to everybody.
I have to say, I think Loris has been a great role model for me. She's been thrown a few curveballs in her life, but she throws them back. Left-handed, of course.
It's true. Grandma Brown has been thrown a number of curveballs in her life. Some of them I was alive to witness, some of them I was not. But the one that has made the most impact on my life was the day she lost her leg.
December 31st of last year is when they amputated. Flapped the skin over more or less and stitched it up. Wasn't the easiest thing, but I had much support from my family. Right away I said, oh yeah, I'm not gonna sit around the corner all my life.
So Grandma Brown also lived with diabetes for a huge part of her life. And something that a lot of people don't realize is that diabetes has the tendency to increase the person's chances of one of their ligaments, particularly their leg, getting amputated. A couple months before my grandma got her leg amputated, she had a fall. And that fall eventually progressed into an infection, and then the infection led to her amputation. So that's kind of how it all started, but the real process began with her recovery. She was placed with a wheelchair and a prosthetic leg, as well as a walker and a little scooter to get her places, all while doing therapy and relearning how to do things on her own, which obviously was a challenge, but every time I saw her, she never showed it. This is one of the reasons she was so influential to me, because she remained so independent, so positive throughout this entire experience. And although she never got to walk, it was always her goal to walk on her own. So the last few years of my grandma's life were spent in assisted living and nursing home facilities because she was actually diagnosed with a form of dementia. It started out as just simply forgetting to take her medication or simple things like that, but eventually it progressed into not even being able to really recognize any of her family. But through it all, you could really still see her personality shining through.
Losing her was kind of like losing my ability to breathe. She was a necessity in my life. I mean, so much of what I had learned was because of her. She always had a listening ear. She always showed positivity, compassion, and love for those around her. She never complained, and yet every curveball you could imagine was thrown at her. I didn't even mention them all. Every part of her personality is something that I aspire to be. My initial goal out of making this video was to pay a tribute to my grandma's life and to show what an amazing woman she was and the impact that she made on my life personally. I really hope I did that, and I love her and I miss her every day. So I encourage you guys to just take time to see the ones that you love often, because you never know when they're gonna leave you.
This is July 1st, 2006. Megan Brown singing Happy Birthday to Grandma Dolores Brown. Megan, age 5, Grandma, age 74.
Happy birthday to